Welcome to Abuja, the capital and 8th most populous city of Nigeria, the giant of Africa. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with everyone. Abuja is situated at the center of the country within the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. It is a planned city built mainly in the 1980s based on a master plan by International Planning Associates, IPA, a consortium of 3 American planning and architecture firms made up of Wallace, Roberts, McHarg and Todd, WRMT, a group of architects, as the lead. Archisystems International, a subsidiary of the Howard Hughes Corporation, and Planning Research Corporation. The central business district of Abuja was designed by Japanese architect Kenzo Tange. It replaced Lagos, the country's most populous city, as the capital on December 12, 1991. Abuja's geography is defined by Aso Rock, a 400-meter, 1,300 feet, monolith left by water erosion. The presidential complex, National Assembly, Supreme Court and much of the city extend to the south of the rock. Zuma Rock, a 792-meter, 2,598 feet, monolith, lies just north of the city on the expressway to Kaduna. At the 2006 census, the city of Abuja had a population of 776,298 and 179,674 households, making it one of the 10 most populous cities in Nigeria, placing 8th as of 2006. According to the United Nations, Abuja grew by 139.7% between 2000 and 2010, making it the fastest-growing city in the world. As of 2015, the city is experiencing an annual growth of at least 35%, retaining its position as the fastest-growing city on the African continent and one of the fastest-growing in the world. As of 2016, the metropolitan area of Abuja is estimated at 6 million people, placing it behind only Lagos as the most populous metro area in Nigeria. Abuja has witnessed a huge influx of people into the city. The growth has led to the emergence of satellite towns, such as Karu urban area, Suleja, Gwagwalada, Lugby, Kuj and smaller settlements towards which the planned city is sprawling. The urban agglomeration centered upon Abuja had a population estimated at 3,770,000 in 2022. The metropolitan area of Abuja was estimated in 2016 at 6 million people, the country's second most populous metro area. The city has a large and growing immigrant community consisting mainly of nationals from the ECOWAS sub-region. The city has been undergoing a rapid pace of physical development over the last 15 years. Major religious sites include the Nigerian National Mosque and the Nigerian National Christian Center. The city is served by the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Abuja is known for being one of the few purpose-built capital cities in Africa, as well as being one of the wealthiest. Abuja is Nigeria's administrative and political capital. It is also a key capital on the African continent due to Nigeria's geopolitical influence in regional affairs. Abuja is also a conference center and hosts various meetings annually, such as the 2003 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting and the 2014 World Economic Forum, Africa, meetings. Abuja joined the UNESCO Global Network of Learning Cities in 2016. The FCT is governed by the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, which is led by a minister selected by the President. The management of the urban area's construction and infrastructure development is handled by the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA. The former governor of Rivers, Mr. Nyesom Wike, is now the FCT minister. Real estate is a major driver of the Abuja economy. This correlates with the considerable growth and investment the city has seen as it has developed. The sources of this investment have been both foreign and local. The real estate sector continues to have a positive impact on the city, as it is a major avenue for employment. The Abuja International Trade Fair, AITF, has been held annually since 2005, under the auspices of Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ACCI. ACCI has also sought to link businesses to enhance trade with East Africa. Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport is the main airport serving Abuja and the surrounding capital region. It was named after Nigeria's first president, Nnamdi Azikiwe. The airport has international and domestic terminals. Abuja is also linked to Nasarawa, Plateau, Benue, and northeast Nigeria by the A234 Federal Highway, which starts from the city as the Goodluck Jonathan Expressway, some portions of which are still under construction. A direct highway link to Minna in Niger State is still under construction. The A2 Expressway links Abuja with Kaduna in the north and Lokoja in the south. There are also other highway links with the outlying region, such as that linking the suburb of Duts al-Haji with the lower Usuma and Gurara dams, which supply water to the city. Abuja is on the route of the planned Lagos-Kano Standard Gauge Railway, which has been completed between Abuja and Kaduna. Trains for Kaduna depart from the Idu railway station in Abuja. There is a car park at the train station for passengers traveling to the city center. Abuja is also known as one of the states in Nigeria that provides quality post-secondary education. It's speedily becoming an attraction for students due to the growing presence of both public and private universities. Abuja is one of the cities that are endowed with natural resources in Nigeria, and these resources serve as raw materials for pharmaceutical, food processing, medicinal and other processing companies, and they are also useful for commercial purposes, and as sources of food. Among these materials include clay, gold, tin, feldspar, tantalite, cassiterite, marble, talc, dolomite. Abuja was in the earlier 20th century the name of the nearby town now called Suleja. The indigenous inhabitants of Abuja are the Gwandra, Gbagiai, Gwari, having the majority population in the region. Other groups in the area include the Bassa, Gade, Dibwa, Egbura, Nup and Koro. The Gwandra-speaking people in Abuja are mostly found in AMAC and Bwari Area Council. Some of their villages/settlements are Wuz, Asokoro now relocated to Sabin Wuz, Aso in Niger and other neighboring states. Others are Karshi, Kurudu, Nyanya, Idu, Gwagwa, Jiwa, Shareti, Karmo, Takunchara, Buram, Duts al-Haji, Zuba, Kuj, Khoi, Karen Magaji, Ija, Kanwu, Sher. In light of the ethnic and religious divisions of Nigeria, plans had been devised since Nigeria's independence to have its capital in a place deemed neutral to all major ethnic parties, and also in close proximity to all the regions of Nigeria. The location was eventually designated in the center of the country in the early 1970s as it signified neutrality and national unity. Another impetus for Abuja came because of Lagos' population boom that made that city overcrowded and conditions squalid. As Lagos was already undergoing rapid economic development, the Nigerian regime felt the need to expand the economy towards the inner part of the country, and hence decided to move its capital to Abuja. The logic used was similar to the way Brazil planned its capital, Brasilia. The federal military government of Nigeria promulgated Decree No. 6 on February 4, 1976, which initiated the removal of the federal capital from Lagos to Abuja. The initial work for Abuja's planning and implementation were carried out by the military government of Generals Murtala Muhammad and Olusegun Obasanjo. However, the foundation of Abuja was under the administration of Shehu Shagari in 1979. Construction started in 1979 but, due to economic and political instability, the initial stages of the city were not complete until the late 1980s. The move of Nigeria's capital to Abuja was controversial, and the biggest opposition to it was led by Obafemi Awolowo. Awolowo, as a politician and a representative of the Yoruba people, defended their claims against the move of the capital from Lagos. During the hotly contested campaign for the presidency, he vowed to hire the American Walt Disney Corporation to convert the new site, Abuja, into an amusement park if he was elected. However, after his election as president, Alhaji Shehu Shagari laid the first foundation for Abuja's infrastructure and pushed for its early completion. His first journey outside of Lagos after his election was to Abuja, where he visited contractors and workers on site to urge a speedy completion of the project. On his return, he confided in Alhaji Abubakar Koko his disappointment with the slow progress of work. Shehu Shagari rescheduled the planned relocation to Abuja from 1986 to 1982, which later proved difficult. The International Planning Associates, IPA, was commissioned in June 1977 by the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA, to produce the Abuja Master Plan and its regional grid. According to the terms of reference, the master planning process was to include a review of relevant data, selection of a capital city site, preparation of regional and city plans, and the accompanying design and development standards manual. IPA did not exist prior to the Nigerian government's engagement for an internationally reputable firm to design the master plan. IPA was formed by a consortium of 3 American firms which won the worldwide competitive bidding. The firms were Planning Research Corporation, PRC, Wallace, McHarg, Roberts and Todd, and Archisystems, a division of the Hughes organization. After winning the bid and completing the project, the firms were disbanded. The final report was submitted to the pioneer executive secretary of FCDA, Alhaji Abubakar Koko, on February 15, 1979. In the preface to the master plan, the following declaration was made by IPA. The master plan for Abuja, the new capital city of Nigeria, represents the culmination of 18 months' work by the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA, board, several advisory panels, consultants. Without the unstinting efforts of these experts, the momentum now exhibited at the beginning of the actual implementation of the new capital could not have been achieved. The plan itself represents a milestone in the process of building the new capital city. It is a necessary element in the monumental effort about to be undertaken by the Nigerian people. The master plan for Abuja defined the general structure and major design elements of the city that are now visible. More detailed design of the central areas of the capital, particularly its monumental core, was accomplished by Japanese architect Kenzo Tange, with his team of city planners at Kenzo Tange and Urtec Company. Most countries relocated their embassies to Abuja, and many maintain their former embassies as consulates in Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria. Abuja is the headquarters of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the regional headquarters of OPEC. Abuja and the FCT have experienced huge population growth. It has been reported that some areas around Abuja have been growing at 20% to 30% per year. Squatter settlements and towns have spread rapidly in and outside the city limits. Tens of thousands of people have been evicted since former FCT Minister Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai started a demolition campaign in 2003. The Abuja skyline is made up of mostly mid-range and a few tall buildings. Only recently have tall buildings begun to appear. Most of the buildings are modern, reflecting that it is a new city. Plans were made to build skyscrapers such as the Millennium Tower, which is partly completed as work has stalled for the last few years. This structure looms 170 meters, 560 feet, above the city. The tower is part of a huge cultural development complex called the Nigeria National Complex, including the Nigeria Cultural Center, a 120,000 square meters, 1,300,000 square feet structure dedicated to the art and culture of Nigeria. The Cultural Center and the Millennium Tower have been designed by the Italian architect Manfredi Nicoletti. Landmarks include the Millennium Tower, the Central Bank of Nigeria headquarters, the Nigerian Presidential Complex, the Ship House, the National Stadium, which was the main venue of the 2003 All-Africa Games, and some games, including the final of the 2009 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, National Mosque, the National Church, Aso Rock, and Zuma Rock. Abuja is home to several parks and green areas, with the largest one being Millennium Park. Millennium Park was designed by architect Manfredi Nicoletti and was officially opened by the United Kingdom's Queen Elizabeth II, the former Queen of Nigeria, in December 2003. Another open-area park is located in Life Camp Gwarimpa, near the residence of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. The park is located on a slightly raised hilltop which contains sports facilities like basketball and badminton courts. Another park is the City Park. It is located in Wuse and is home to numerous outdoor and indoor attractions such as a 4D cinema, AstroTurf, lawn tennis court, paintball arena, and a variety of restaurants. The National Children's Park and Zoo host a number of animals and recreation spots. Abuja has a variety of informal spaces known as bush bars that usually, though not always, include a covered area with tables and chairs where people can sit and have drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and sometimes there are snacks such as suya, grilled catfish, pounded yam, egusi soup, and other small items available for purchase. They are located all over Abuja. Abuja, under Köppen climate classification, features a tropical wet and dry climate. The FCT experiences 3 weather conditions annually. This includes a warm, humid rainy season and a blistering dry season. In between the two, there is a brief interlude of harmattan occasioned by the northeast trade wind, with the main feature of dust haze and cloudless skies. The rainy season begins from April and ends in October, when daytime temperatures reach 28 degrees Celsius (82.4 degrees Fahrenheit) to 30 degrees Celsius (86.0 degrees Fahrenheit), and nighttime lows hover around 22 degrees Celsius (71.6 degrees Fahrenheit) to 23 degrees Celsius (73.4 degrees Fahrenheit). In the dry season, daytime temperatures can soar as high as 40 degrees Celsius (104.0 degrees Fahrenheit), and overnight temperatures can dip to 15 degrees Celsius (59.0 degrees Fahrenheit). Even the coolest nights can be followed by daytime temperatures well above 30 degrees Celsius (86.0 degrees Fahrenheit). The medium altitude and undulating terrain of the FCT act as a moderating influence on the weather of the territory. The city's inland location causes the diurnal temperature variation to be much larger than coastal cities with similar climates such as Lagos. Rainfall in the FCT reflects the territory's location on the windward side of the Jos Plateau and the zone of rising air masses, with the city receiving frequent rainfall during the rainy season. Please subscribe to this channel so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And thank you for watching this video. We, the Comely Travel Team, appreciate your attention. Tell us what you think about this video in the comments section. Have a nice day ahead.